What's good, XFL family? Brian Colbert here, back with another exclusive XFL player interview. We got a special guest coming our way, man. It'll be Houston Roughnecks wide receiver and running back, Nick Holley. He's joining us today. Once again, I want to tell everybody thank you for sticking with us. We know this is a very, very odd time, but we're so happy that you guys have been able to still get content from us and still be able to talk to us and things like that. So let's see if Nick's ready to join us. I'm excited to talk to him, man. He's a really good brother. He told me that this is his first time using Instagram Live, so it might take a minute, so bear with us. But yeah, we're super excited to give you guys more interviews and more content. We got a lot of really cool stuff on the way. And yeah, please, bro, before he gets on, drop any questions you have for Nick. Nick's a really good guy, so he's ready to answer any and all questions that you guys have. So please ask questions, ask away. I'll make sure I relay the message to him. So let's get him. I see him on here now. Let's see if I can get my guy. Nick, my guy.
Yo,
how you doing, man?
I took forever to request it, but I got it.
Hey, man, I'm just glad you was able to. I'll let the people know that you're a little new to the IG Live scene.
Yep. I clicked on it twice. I even left a message said I'm trying to request it, but it ain't working.
It's all good. We got you now, man. Where you at right now?
I was outside. I was heading to the barn, but my dad's in there right now, so I was trying to find a quiet spot.
Okay, it looks like when you sound good, you look good, man. I really appreciate you taking the time to join us.
Yeah, I appreciate you having me.
Yeah, man. So let's get right to it. First things first, what are you doing to stay busy during this quarantine life?
Well, as of here, let me get in the spot that'll
We fill out
work.
XFL family, man. Say hi to the people.
I thought I was gonna be golden out there, but apparently not.
You good. These are different circumstances, you know.
All right, perfect. We'll just come down here in the basement. All right, cool. So basically, just to stay busy, I probably shouldn't be telling you this, but my family is big into like riding, like four-wheelers, motocross, dirt bike type stuff. So we kind of been doing a little bit of that. We go in the backwoods and got a nice little track back there and go back and ride and kind of spend some time out in the wilderness and get that fresh air. And then as well as just kind of training and staying ready. We have a nice little family gym in our basement. So I go in there, get some reps in and just spend time with the family playing games, a little bit of ping pong, all kinds of different things. So
you hooked up then. So this quarantine life has been nice for you. You got the family with you and everything.
Oh, I'm good. Yeah, I'm out in the country and I'm more of a loner body anyway, so I enjoy it.
Oh, okay, so do y'all get a little competitive going on out there? Y'all get a little racing in?
Oh, extremely. I mean, it doesn't matter. It could be if you fall asleep faster or who falls asleep faster. It could be an eating competition. It could be a board game. It doesn't matter. We're extremely competitive in anything we do. So, yeah, yesterday we actually went and it's been raining kind of nonstop here. So it was extremely muddy and wet, but it didn't stop us from getting after it. That's for sure. So it was fun.
Y'all having a good old time, man. I wish I could be doing that kind of stuff, man. I'm out.
Come on up. For sure.
Well, hey, man, so you talked about working out. Are you having trouble finding like a gym to go to and be able to stay in shape with everything shutting down?
Oh no. Let me show you. I got a little something for you.
Oh, okay. All right, let's do a little MTV cribs real quick.
I don't know. Can I turn yeah, here we go. This the
Oh, so you got the hookup.
Oh yeah, we got everything you need pretty much.
Oh, you good money over there. All right, so that means I gotta pull up over there to get my workout in, is what you saying.
Oh, come on, whenever you want, we can get one there. We communicate. You just finished yours, I just finished mine. So
there we go. Yeah, my whole workout was a lot different than I'm assuming what yours was. I'm doing burpees and push-ups and all that stuff. I ain't got no good weights to really get that swollen,
Yeah, yep. That's actually, so we started, I want to say our dad started us on our first workout program when we were 10 years old. Down in that weight room. Wow. So we have our first ever weight lifting program like stapled on the wall. So
at 10?
Yep, at 10 years old. So it was a pretty good memory.
You and your twin brother would get after it at 10 years old.
Oh yeah, we're still getting after it. I mean, we're our biggest competitors for sure. So it's not a day goes by.
Holley, man. It sounds like he raised some animals.
Oh, he's an animal himself. He's 58 years old, and we'll be upstairs and just hear him grunting and freaking rapping it out. He come down, he's got like 315 on the bar, repping it out on the bench. So he's still an animal. He's 50, and he don't like it because my brother and me are kind of more dominant now that we're kind of the young bucks, but he still gets after it. he's an animal within himself. I woke up this morning and he was already juiced up and ready to go. So it just depends. He's a firecracker. I'll just leave it at that.
Well, when this social distance is over, I'm gonna have to come to the spot, man. We're gonna have to just have like a nice little. We're gonna record you guys, have a nice little lifting competition. See if Pops can still get you guys.
Perfect. I don't think he'll be able to get me, but he'll be close. I mean, he can put up a fight. And if he can't put up a fight, it's like that grown man, old man strength to where he will find a way to get the weight up. Like we do this thing. We go to a place called the Silver Lake Sand Dunes, and it's basically just a bunch of sand dunes, and we go riding there. Well, every year we pick a log, like big ass tree log thing, and whoever can't press it over their head and do like almost like a military press with it and hold it for 3 seconds, pretty much is I won't say what we call it, but yeah, and ice cream's on them. So every year we do it, we pick a bigger and bigger log or bigger and bigger trunk. And there's been a couple buddies that haven't been able to do it that are my age, and that do lift. And he's come out with some battle wounds. I mean, one time he scraped up all his face. He was bleeding all the way, but he used his face to press it up. He got it up. But he's just that type of man that he has the will not to stop. He will not stop.
Yeah, XFL, we're doing a day in the life on the Holleys, man. That's set in stone, man. That sounds insane. I gotta see this log lift.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
Now let's talk about this XFL season, man. We know it came to an abrupt end, but give us your thoughts on this inaugural season.
Well, all in all, it was a success. I think we kind of set out to prove, that we were going to be able to be an established football league. I think we proved that. I think people are interested. People tuned in, week out. And all in all, it was fun. I mean, it was enjoyable. Obviously, winning is enjoyable, and us being undefeated was a good time. But just being around guys that were hungry, around guys that loved the game, and getting another opportunity was such a blessing and so much fun that, you can't really ask for much more. So I think 2021 is going to be, exciting kickoff, and now people know what to expect, and they're going to even be further interested in the matter. So I think it's going to be a good little thing.
And you mentioned you guys undefeated, 5-0. Now it's not, we didn't get to finish out the season, but how did it feel to go undefeated in your first XFL season with your team?
Well, I always say it was frustrating and encouraging all at the same time. Frustrating in the fact that I feel as if we didn't even scratch the surface of our potential as a team. I think we were very talented and had a lot of upside to us, but didn't get to that level of what we were capable of. So that part as me as a competitor was frustrating, the fact that I was like, we should be capitalizing on everything. It shouldn't even be close. And then me as, a positive person, it was encouraging the fact that we are undefeated. We still are undefeated, and we haven't even scratched our surface. We haven't played up to our potential. And so to me, what do you want to call it? We had no limit. I'll just say that. We had no limit. We could go anywhere, and that was encouraging and fun.
That's awesome, man. And like you said, you guys are 5-0. There's no taking that from you guys. You were undefeated. Now let's talk about before the season started. We're talking about the XFL draft. Now I've heard a story that you were actually chopping wood like the minute you got the call that you were being drafted. That's true?
Yeah, that is true. I had overalls on, and they were like, "Hey, we got to get a picture of this." So there's actually a picture floating around on the Roughnecks Instagram somewhere, and I have it somewhere running around. My dad took the picture, and he was like, most guys they'll throw like a little watch party, or they'll have whatever. You're out here chopping wood. I think that's pretty cool. Which that was one of the.
Now, are you chopping wood for a workout, or is this like part of like a job? Like, are you chopping wood for like? Survival?
This is the life around the country. We had to chop wood to get ready for the winter. So I'm out there with the axe, and I do it with the axe. We have a wood splitting machine too, that I use as well. But I was out there with the axe splitting it for a workout, for grip strength, for the rotation and everything going on. But I thoroughly actually enjoy it. It's almost like taking your stress out on the wood. And that was another thing that my brother and me used to compete at when we were younger, was we call it one splitting. So if you can split the wood in half in one swing, it's like a He-Man thing. So we used to see how many we could one split in a row and have a competition and do several different rounds of it. So my dad won because he got all the wood split, And then we won because we're competitive and just love doing it. So.
Man, that household sounds insane. It sounds like y'all have a lot of fun with some very off the wall.
Oh yeah,
things,
it's competitive. We play. I got a sister. I got an older sister that's like 110 pounds, but she's and she's 5'6", so she's a little skinny thing. But she will throw her body. She will throw anything into it. She's competitive. She's almost like, if you ever seen Remember the Titans, the little blonde coach's daughter.
Yeah,
that's her. That is her 110%.
You got that fire in her.
Oh yeah, she's into football 100% and anything. Like, we had a board game night the other night, and she had my dad choked around the neck because he was on her team and they were losing. I'm like, chill out, Rand. But it's
is there a lot of good trash talk in the family with all the
oh yeah. I mean, my brother and me, anytime you ever meet my brother and me, they're kind of like, you guys are kind of mean to each other. I said, no, that's just the way we love each other. We go at each other nonstop. It never stops.
And talking about you and your brother, we mentioned that you guys are twins, and a lot of people might not know that you and your brother have played together almost on every level. You guys played in high school together. You guys went to Kent State together. You guys played at the Rams together. But now y'all are separated. You're in the XFL without him. How does he still manage to inspire you and help you? Because you guys have been so close throughout your football career.
Yeah. Well, I think from us being a distance, he went out to Calgary, ended up finishing Rookie of the Year and did awesome. And, you know, I think he's got some big things on the horizon for himself. So that's encouraging. But from a distance, we just kind of, you know, call each other, make sure we're stay. I'll say this. I don't know if I can say this word on live, but I'm going to say it. After he won Rookie of the Year, I called him. I said, you still ain't shit. Click. Hung up. Right? And
that's that brotherly love right there.
That's how we roll. For week 1, I think I made Sports Center's top 10 and one of my catches or whatever. And he called me, he said, hey, he said, you still ain't shit. And then he says, I didn't say it wasn't a good catch. Click. You know, so we kind of just keep each other level-headed and we support each other and we call and joke around. But when we're together, we get after it. We are each other's ultimate competitors, and he's a defensive guy and I'm an offensive guy. So it almost works out perfect because, I mean, I give him the work he needs and he gives me the work that I need. So it's awesome.
So out of the two, you said y'all competitors, y'all twins. I think he came out first. Who gets the upper hand 9 times out of 10 between the two?
Well, I'll tell you this way. If you ask him who won coming out of the womb, he's going to say he won coming out because he came out first. Now, if you ask me, I'm going to say I won because it was king of the womb and I lasted longer. So it's all perspective. It just matters. But, you know, we have enough respect for each other when it comes to football. If somebody asks us, hey, who's better? We won't answer. We'll say, you know what? He's pretty dang good. I'm pretty dang good. And we keep it at that. So, but ultimately, if we're talking about total competitions, I'm going to have to take the belt on that one for sure. And he won't like me saying that. He'll argue, but proof's in the pudding.
Then we'll get a chance to have the two of y'all next to each other, and we can really have this conversation and figure out.
Oh, that's perfect. We'd be going for hours. Yeah, hours arguing back and forth. So that's actually how he got a scholarship in college. Was we were getting interviewed by the head defensive coordinator. Oh, he heard me talking about.
Is that twin brother right there?
Yeah.
How you doing, man?
Brother. How you doing?
I don't know if you heard me ask. I'm gonna ask you now that you guys are together. I asked who out of the two gets the better. Like who wins 9 times out of 10?
I told you what you say.
See, now we're gonna have to have some conversation because those are 2 different answers, man. We're gonna have to put it to the test.
Well, we don't have to conversate. We just have to put it to the test.
Ask him the last time we competed, who won?
What did you guys compete in? Let me ask that first.
Go ahead.
What we competed?
We were on 4-wheelers the other day. We had one last race.
Okay, listen. First of all, I'm the fastest 4-wheeler rider in the family, so that don't even count. My 4-wheeler
as good as your last rep.
My 4-wheeler is not jetted right, so it ain't running right. And then they want to race. Yeah, my 4-wheeler won't even run, so they want to race when my stuff's broke. And
I was on a borrowed 4-wheeler and still took off on him. I'm a dirt bike rider, not a 4-wheeler rider.
Oh, so he got the dirt bike. So you're the 4-wheeler, he's the dirt bike?
I got 4-wheeler, he's got dirt bike. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So what is normally faster? I'm ignorant to this stuff. What's faster, a 4-wheeler or a dirt bike?
Typically, a dirt bike is a little bit faster. Just it's lighter. It's got the same
Whatever
size.
you're driving, right, bro?
Oh, yeah. It don't matter what it is.
It's got the same size motor, but it's lighter and it's easier kind of to maneuver, and you can jump it a little bit easier. So typically a dirt bike's faster, but I guess it depends who's riding it as well.
Now, Nate, while I have you, I'm not going to hold you too long, but let me ask you. Tell me how you felt about your brother's first season in the XFL. How did he do?
A little bummed that it ended short, first and foremost, but it is what it is. But I was happy and excited to see him back out on the field. It was pretty cool to watch him on TV. Little different because we're used to being together. But, you know, I was thrilled for him and very happy. And he's very deserving of everything that he's gotten. All the praise, you know, just the opportunity to be back on the field making plays. He's obviously worked hard to get back to where he's at and where he belongs. But to me, you know, I think everyone was kind of this outbreak guy, you know, and everyone's kind of, oh, you know, this no-name guy. Well, to me, it wasn't like a no-name. It wasn't a surprise that he's making plays and standing out, because that's what I know he's capable of doing. You know, so I think he's got even more beyond this. I think he has more coming. And I think he can perform at the highest level week in and week out, as I believe that about myself as well. It's just about getting that opportunity. And, you know, if you go and look at his resume, you go and look at my resume, every opportunity we've gotten at any level we've been able to do something with it. So to me, to watch him do what he did in 5 games, not a shock. Proud of him, but not a shock.
Man, that was touching and heartfelt, and I'm sorry to do this to y'all because that was such a nice moment, but I'm about to cause some friction right now, all right? Got the fans in here, they're asking for y'all to arm wrestle right now. Just one way to put the competition.
Oh, hey, hold on. This brings up a good topic.
This
brings up a good topic. So, a little while back, he had a girlfriend. He's single now, but he had a girlfriend.
Okay.
My dad was home. His girlfriend was home. My sister was here with her boyfriend, right? So we had quite the crowd, right? Him and me are arm wrestling, which he's bigger than me, right? And he claims he always claims I'm stronger. You know, all this stuff, right? So comes down to it, right in front of his girlfriend. I said, all right, we're gonna arm wrestle, because I said I was talking crap about how I was the best arm wrestler in the family. Yeah, in front of his girl, smoke him first round. Now he's he's the type. He's like my dad. You remember I said that no matter what, he's gonna try to win. Like he'll do anything to win, right? So he's heated. He's ready to go, motivated as heck. Like I said, girls there. Got him on round 2. Bang! Put him down again, right?
So he didn't put me down like that.
I mean, it was damn near. Put him down again. So then he's super mad. My sister's boyfriend said he's never seen him that mad. No, I'm not going. We didn't go round 3. He runs down the basement and does like a 2-hour arm circuit shoulder workout at like midnight, because he's so mad that I just beat him. So basically, I said, I'm never going to arm wrestle you again. I mean, I'm just going to take the inaugural championship, and that's it. So
well, XFL fans, I tried.
I had to let them down.
Arm wrestling is just a little too heavy of a topic in the Holley household.
Oh, it gets serious. It gets rough.
Hey, all Roughneck fans out there that think this little boy is speedy, let's talk about the last race we had on foot.
Say we could get a foot race going now. We got nothing but time.
I say we could prop it up
at the highest level.
Perfect.
Yeah. Well, we get on in the same frame.
We'll get on the ping pong table right now.
Listen, if you can set the camera up, boy, we'll do a little something. The best out of 3.
I tell you what, we have paddles around here that all look like this, because every
broken?
Yeah, they're broken. This is what a paddle's supposed to look like.
Yeah.
That's because every time he loses, he chucks it against the brick wall, and you got to duck right away because he gets so mad.
So maybe we shouldn't put you guys competing on IG Live.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
I don't want nobody to hurt themselves.
It might not be PG, yeah.
Okay, we'll have to get this off camera, and then we'll figure out how that goes.
There we go.
So we can edit up into
little editing. Yep, perfect.
Well, hey, Nate, thank you so much, man. Thank you for that, man. That was really awesome, man. You giving us our take.
Absolutely.
Appreciate that, man. And Nick, man, I got a few more questions for you, if that's cool.
All right, let's roll.
All right, we're going to keep rocking. Hey, appreciate you, Nate. Thank you, brother. Man, that was awesome, man. I appreciate you having
I knew he was coming down here as soon as he heard me talking crap.
That was incredible to see the competitiveness, man. Yep. Clearly, you're a leader. He's a leader. Let's talk about another leader. Let's talk about P.J. Walker. Was your quarterback, blew up the XFL, man. How was it playing with the quarterback the caliber of P.J. Walker?
Well, I'll say this. PJ's exciting. PJ is an athlete, and PJ is a good dude. All together, it was day in and my cousin must have just seen that I was live because he just tried to FaceTime me. He don't never FaceTime me. He's messing with me. Yeah, no, he's doing it on purpose probably. But no, PJ is an exciting player to be around, and the cool thing with him is that you
trying to get on live
at all points in time. Huh? That's my cousin just called him. He said he's
trying to get your popularity up.
What's up, cuz?
Just called
Oh, it's a Holley reunion over here, man.
Yeah.
We got the whole family coming in.
I knew he's seen it, but but playing with PJ was absolutely amazing. I was I don't know if you know this, but I was a quarterback in college as well, and a quarterback in high school. I kind of been thrown all over the place, and I always told PJ, I said, "You remind me of a young Nick." So I just messed with him, but he just, he's got the will to win. He's always ready to go, and I love that in the fact that he is the ultimate competitor. So I can respect him, and just having that bond and having that partnership to where I could say, "Hey, PJ, this is what I'm seeing," and he's trusting me, and that's a big thing. And obviously in football you earn trust, but just being around somebody that has that competitive edge, has the athletic ability, and the passion and love, it was just encouraging. And that's a guy that you'll do anything for and play for.
And now he's headed to the NFL. The Carolina Panthers picked him up, and the NFL's actually picked up a good amount of guys from the XFL. To you, what does that say about the caliber of talent within the XFL that the NFL's just picking guys away?
Well, I'm gonna tell you this. I knew it was talented. When I saw a receiving core at the Roughnecks, I said, "This is a talented group of individuals. This is a group of individuals that is dangerous." I mean, and I just think that collectively as a group, the XFL ultimately it's either somebody who didn't take their opportunity and run with it, or it's somebody that may not have gotten an opportunity that could have deserved an opportunity, or it's somebody that's been through some kind of adversity that they need to overcome. So there's all kinds of different circumstances of why people are in the XFL. And I think that's why it makes it so competitive, is that there are some dogs. There's some dudes that maybe just went under the radar, maybe weren't big enough, maybe weren't strong enough, maybe didn't have the measurements or whatever you want to call it, but still can play the game of football. So there was a talented group of guys, and it was very competitive, and it shows when the NFL is picking up these guys. And I truly believe that not only will they pick them up, but these guys will produce when they give their opportunity.
And you mentioned guys being dogs, and the XFL is full of guys that are dogs that are just hungry, ready to get after it. Now, I think the big reason why XFL fans loved you so much was your story. You've been through 3 torn ACLs, and a broken back, and you still give it all out on that field, man. Tell us about your perseverance dealing with all of those injuries. What makes you keep coming back to the football field?
Yeah, well, first off, I'm going to say the dang coronavirus. I just told somebody the other day, I said, the last 5 years of my life, my football season has been taken from me. And it sucks. So,
and this Rona got you again.
Yeah, I can't wait for another opportunity to get back on that field. I'm just going to be more excited and more hungry. But, yeah, I tell you what, after the broken back was probably the most painful thing I've been through. But I was like, you know what, I'm going to bounce back from that. I had other injuries before that, hey, I came back from. I'm going to be all right. First torn ACL, I didn't quite understand how hard it would be to come back from an ACL or how much time it takes. It's almost, a whole year process, maybe not a little bit more. So after that, I thought, you know what, I got through it. I can do it. Let's go next season. And then I tore it again. And I said, oh, man, I know what it is now. I know what the process is. And I always said after the first one, if it happened again, just put me down like a racehorse. Like I'm done. And
this is only the second time.
This is after and that was after the first one is what my mentality was. Listen, I just put me down like a racehorse. I don't know if I want to go through this again, whatever. So the second one happens. And I'm like, I got too much left in me to give up now. I'm going. So I gave myself a couple of days, felt bad for myself, sulked a little bit. And then I was like, hey, got to get back to it. So hit it off again. And I come back. And I think when I was hit my pro day, I was at 4.5 months, and then 6 months when I got out to minicamp with the Rams. And at that point in time, it was just, this is your dream. You got to go. So my ACL wasn't not ready, and I don't know exactly when it tore, but it tore again. And at that point, You know, I kind of went in the shower, bawled my eyes out a little bit again, devastated. And I said, you know what? I got this. I almost felt peace. And that to me, it was about a year ago. That's when I found the Lord. That's when I found faith. And that's when I got connected with him, is because at that time of corruption, that time of devastation, I felt peace. And going through the whole injuries, this is something that I also bring up. When I was 18 years old, I lost my mother. So for me, that was the worst emotional, physical, whatever. That was the worst pain I could ever go through. So going through something that was physical, and I'll say mental as well, because in ACL, it's a mind game. For sure it's a mind game. Yeah. So going through that, I said, you know what? I've already been through the hardest thing I could ever go through. This is nothing. So when I step on that field, the passion, the love, the enjoyment that I get out of it is due to all my circumstances, all my adversities, everything I've been through. It's such a blessing to be out there, and I just love it. I mean, I actually heard something in church the other day that said, "Don't judge my passion until you know about my past." And I said, "That's deep. That's dang, that hit the nail on the head." Because that's totally how I feel when I get out there. Is it's just such a blessing. I have so much fun, and I just love it.
And that's awesome, man. You talk about that faith, and I'm sure that helps a lot with, you know, the mental strength behind going back out on that field. Let's talk about the faith in the field for a second, because you're clearly a very spiritual guy. You can tell after talking to you for a few moments. How do you, you know, you have all this faith and this goodwill when you're off the field. How do you flip that switch when you get on the field and turn into that mean, that nasty competitor while remaining and keeping your faith intact?
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. If you ask anybody on the defense, I'm the nicest guy on the football field.
Really?
And this is why. And this is what I think makes a guy like myself dangerous. I always said, you don't have to worry about the dog that's barking. You got to worry about the dog that ain't saying the thing.
That's silent
assassin. So that's how I work. So and I'll even go up to somebody, like, I'll get smoked, absolutely annihilated. Just a defensive player will and I'll get up and I'll be like, "Nice hit, baby," you know, and I'll give him that encouragement. He's like, "This dude's nuts. Like, what's he talking about? Nice hit." I just rocked him. And so somebody can't really talk all that much shit to me, because I'm just gonna, you know, I'm gonna agree with you. I'm gonna be like, "Yeah, you got me. You're right."
Yeah,
you know, or I'll just have a regular conversation with somebody. I'll ask them how their day's going, what they got going on, you know, whatever. So I'm really, I just have fun. I enjoy it. I used to have a switch to where I was focused. I was, you know, I had that irritable, but I play better when I'm having fun and when I'm enjoying myself. So that to me is the cool part is if you watch Conor McGregor, his last fight, he said, you know, he was angry before. He was angry. He said, you know, what's dangerous is a happy fighter. So I was like, you know, that's pretty good. So that's kind of the mentality I try to take, is just, I go out there and I enjoy myself. I don't put that much pressure. I don't put, you know what, I'm going to do what I do. I've trained for this. I've prepared for this. Why not enjoy it and go have fun? So I live in the moment, and I just have fun.
Do you think that works as like mental chess on the field, though? Because I'm sure they're expecting you to be, you know, talking trash back. But when you hit them with that kindness, you kill them with that kindness.
Yeah.
You think it's like a mental chess between you and the defensive back?
Oh, definitely. That's why I do it. I'll have a conversation with them. I'll look at them and give them a smile. Like, just you can mess somebody up. Just you make eye contact with another man and you smile at him. He just totally off his game.
Just fold.
Yeah. Yep. And if you watch from the beginning of the game to the end of the game, because I don't care. I might block somebody, put them on the ground, or I might, you know, whatever. Somebody might tackle me, I help them up off the ground. And if you see from the beginning of the game when somebody's kind of nasty and has that tenacity, and I had somebody say, "Man, I ain't gonna talk to you." I've had people push me away and shove me, and I've had them same people at the end of the game help me up off the ground. So, you know, kill them with kindness. That's what my sister always said, and I think it definitely is a chess match. So I love, once I get to know you, or once I know I'm in your head, you're mine. That's how I feel. So I kind of love, you know, talking back and forth, and I don't even talk crap, because if you talk crap to somebody, all that's gonna do is motivate them to kick your butt even more.
Right.
So you just give them a little kindness, throw them off the game. They're like, "Hey, this dude's kind of." So maybe if I'm coming across the middle and I already had a conversation with the safety and said, "Hey, you know, I like the way you play. You know, you're a headhunter." Maybe he don't hit me as hard. Maybe he don't take my hit. You know what I mean? So they're just a little bit
You're giving up all your tricks, man. Now next season, they're gonna make it out of my face, man.
It's all good. It's all good.
Well, clearly, Nick Holley is the nicest guy in the XFL, man. The fans love you so much so that after week 1, I was told the Houston Roughnecks had to make you a Twitter because you
Yeah.
had never been on Twitter before. Is that true?
Yeah, I didn't know how to use it. I still don't know how to use it, to be honest. I know how to I actually had to ask my movement coach, Sean Mishka, the other day. He is a guru on Twitter. And I don't know what it is. We good?
Yeah, we good now, man. I got you. It took a little minute. I thought maybe you
All right,
got on
cool.
a FaceTime call or something like that. I was just going to stand by.
Oh, no. It was just reconnecting, I think. But
Oh, yeah.
long story short, I had to ask him the other day. I said, hey, how do I make a tweet? How do I, because I've always retweeted things because somebody showed me how to do that, but I don't know how to compile or actually compose a tweet. So he sent me screenshots, and I think this was like 3 days ago, on how to actually do it, because I posted my highlight film from the season. So, yeah, they made me a Twitter. They're like, hey, you're trending on Twitter. I'm like, what's that mean? So, and then they showed me, I think my interview had like 1.6 or 1.8 million views or something. They're like, we got to make a Twitter now. I said, well, I don't really know how to do that, but if you want to manage it, you're more than welcome to make it. Go ahead. So, yeah, they made me a Twitter. And yeah. I use Instagram way more. I know how to use that. It's easy. You just post pictures, so I'm good with that. But, and that's even been blowing up since, the season started. So I've been blessed in that, but yeah, Twitter's a different animal. Still trying to figure it out.
You really gonna blow up now. You better be ready for it, man. You really gonna blow up now. You got people watching you, hearing your story, and man, you gotta figure out Twitter. Let me tell you, Twitter is the most entertaining source of any type of media. Let me tell you, Twitter is hilarious. After we get off, I'm gonna tell you about the certain sections, the corners of Twitter that you'll enjoy quite a lot.
All right.
Do it on live, and we'll keep that between me and you. The certain part of Twitter, ideal.
I got you. Perfect.
When we're talking about Twitter, we're talking about your XFL fans, and I want to get back to asking a few questions that the fans gave to us to ask you. Are you cool with that?
Yeah.
I'll give you a couple.
Yep.
So this one's from Twitter, from an @Mr. Thompson GQ.
Mm-hmm.
Double forward passes are unique to the league, so we didn't see many executed this season. I lost my place. Didn't see many executed this season. How hard are they to pull off? How hard is it to pull off these trick plays?
How hard is it to pull off a forward pass? Depends who you got blocking for you. So if you have a good receiving core blocking for you, and you throw it out to the receiver and he throws it, then it's not that hard to. Because a lot of times, the problem with this professional league is that a DB will trigger so fast in the corner, and then another guy is what I want to say. He is basically, he knows what's coming. He is dedicated to his job. So he knows that there's going to be a pass coming. He sees people going behind him. So the problem, that's what makes it difficult, is that people are, I don't even know the word, what I'm trying to say about that. But people are just on top of their game. So that's what makes it difficult. But I think a lot of the fact, I'm just going to tell you, I mean, we had several different plays to where we could have ran a double forward pass. But we didn't feel as if that was, a time or a place. And I think later on in the season, you definitely would have seen more of those.
And with you being a wide receiver, a running back, and a quarterback, those trick plays are right up your alley. What is your favorite position to play on the field? If you
quarterback, by far. Quarterback. I love being behind center. I love making decisions. I love slinging the rock and running the ball. So I've enjoyed.
The Roughnecks are in here right now. Maybe they listening.
Oh yeah. Oh, trust me, Coach Jones knows that I'm ready at any point in time to go back there and sling it. So we'll see what happens. But absolutely, yeah, they just said sources can confirm. Perfect.
There's an open spot.
Yeah, true. But we'll see what happens. It's definitely a lot of fun being back. But like I said, I love catching the ball. I just think wide receiver, the difference is I have more respect for my receivers now, is because sometimes I'm like, come on, PJ, and he might not see me or something might happen. So having less control isn't exactly the funnest thing, but I've really enjoyed playing receiver. So I'm really good. As long as I'm on the football field, it doesn't matter to me. Okay,
that's what's up, man. We're going to get into the next question. That was a great answer. Shout out @Mr. Thompson GQ. The next person we have is from Instagram. From @theballer_sunny_d on Instagram. What was your favorite XFL rule?
XFL rule. Ooh,
They're very different than NFL.
Yeah, that's a good one. I'm just gonna say collectively, as a whole group, I enjoyed the XFL rules. I think it kept the game fast paced. It was something new. It was something exciting. I think it limited the injuries. I'm gonna have to, you know what, I'm actually gonna have to say, because this was something that I enjoyed. It was almost like a chess game. Is the clock, the 2-minute warning, the last minutes of the game? Because there was a couple times where we were in some situations where, you got to think a little bit more because it's not running for 5 seconds, or when they spot, and things happen. So I like that aspect just because it's kind of like a chess game. But I think collectively as a group, the XFL hit it dead on with the rules.
Great answer, man. Great answer. We got another one. This one's from Twitter. We're going to get you on Twitter, man.
Right.
Because you got people looking
there
for
we go.
you.
There we go.
This one's from Twitter, at Butler Hoops Nation. Why the number 33? Why did you choose that?
So that's a great story. So initially, I show up and they say, hey, we're gonna, or they drafted me as a running back, right? And before the Los Angeles Rams, a little bit in college, I played some running back, but I didn't really play all that much. And I played more quarterback than I played of anything. So I kind of it was a new position, but they had a passing camp before the season started. And we all went out there and did a little passing camp thing, kind of like a volunteer, whatever. And they invited me to it and said, hey, we don't know what you can do, but we're going to see if you can run some routes, right? So after the passing camp happened, basically they said, hey, we're gonna evolve you into the slot and see what you can do. You're still gonna get a couple reps at running back, but we're gonna, kind of see if you can learn the offense in the slot and kind of grow from there. And then you'll kind of be doing both. So after that happened, the leading up to the season, the equipment manager got a hold of me and said, hey, listen, your number options are from 20 to 49. I'm like, 20 to 49? Who wants a number like that? So, I always had, my favorite number was 7. I had 4 in college and just, I had 25 at the Rams, but I never was 20 to 49. I can't have 7, So he said, let me check with Coach Jones. Let me see. He said, nope, we're going to keep you as a running back on the roster. You have to pick. So actually, I could show you. 33 was my dad's number.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, in high school. So
was that his nickname? White House?
White House was he went to school in Tennessee. So that was their place, or what their school was named. But so he was number 33, and I thought, you know what? Let me do something special for him. I'm gonna put our last name on a professional jersey with number 33, and I thought it would make him proud and make him happy, and that's why 33. Also, my mom's favorite number was 9, so 3 times 3 is 9. My sister's favorite number is 3.
There you
go.
So
I figured, you know what? I killed 3 birds with 1 stone. So, perfect.
Oh, you're in there, man. What a family guy. What a guy.
I try. But, yeah, that's
I got one more question from you. I got one more question from you. This was from Twitter. From at @Gabble2763. What is it like to never lose a game in your entire XFL professional career? Go ahead and brag a little bit.
Well, yeah, that ain't saying much. But, no, well, first of all, I mean, it was only 5 games, so we had a long ways to go. But when you're talking about you get paid from bonuses, I'm going to say it's very nice. It's very encouraging. And definitely definitely makes me wish that we would have had more opportunities, more games. But, any day when you see all your hard work pay off, it's fun and it makes it enjoyable. And just seeing the team come together and to be able to get those wins, it was a great time. Besides the money, just getting a win with the guys after all the hard work. Because I'm going to tell you what, I'm going to state this. There was not a XFL team that worked harder than the Roughnecks. Guarantee that. Going through training camp, going through everything, there is not a dang team that worked harder than us. So seeing the payout was great.
And it looks like your Roughneck family has a question for you. I just saw them ask, can we ask a question? Y'all feel free, man. Nick Holley's here because of y'all, man. Y'all feel free to ask a question. While we wait for that question, I want to piggyback off of the Twitter question I just asked.
Oh, my sister's on here. She said, Roughneck undefeated.
Yeah. Ask a question, man. We got it all for you. You know some stuff that maybe he's not telling us.
Yeah, she said, hey, Rand, you're supposed to be working right now.
Uh-oh. Okay, so let me ask you before the Roughnecks give us our final question. We'll let the Roughnecks be our final question.
Okay.
5-0 undefeated from Nick Holley's mouth himself. Since the season ended the way it did, it wasn't your fault. Should the Houston Roughnecks be considered the XFL champions?
We have to be. We have to be the first inaugural 2020 XFL champions. It has to be, because you can't have a first season and not have a championship. It's almost like the whole season was undone. So, I mean, the committee's got to get together. The board's got to make a decision. Come on, Vince. We need that championship. That's all I'm saying.
Nick's putting that pressure on you guys. And that's above my pay grade, but hey, I'm going to do that for you.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Hopefully the decision's made.
Now, I don't know if they put that question in but I missed it. Roughnecks, if you had a question, I apologize, but I missed it. But man, we thank you so much for your time, man. Anybody that's watching right now can tell Nick is one of just the greatest guys, a family guy, a true competitor, and just, man, you exemplify for the love of football, because you've continued to keep going. Now, I did get the XFL's Roughneck question. You ready?
Yep.
This one's tough now. I think we know what the answer has to be.
Oh yeah, has to be.
Where was your favorite place to play? Who was your favorite place to play for?
TDECU Stadium.
Okay.
Our crowd was I tell you what, after week 1, we had a good show out. Week 2, we had an even better show out. And then week 3, or my bad, the third home game, it got rowdy. It was loud. Houston showed up, and it was an electric atmosphere and so much fun. I mean, there was times where I know the defense couldn't, or the other team's offense couldn't hear themselves think, because our crowd was so loud. And to be honest, I think that had to do with some of our success, was just seeing the community come together and backing us. So I would have to say the Houston Stadium by far was my favorite, and let's fill it out next year for sure.
And let me tell you, I was able to go to some of these games, and man, these XFL fans were incredible. I've been to
for sure
college games. There's nothing quite like an XFL fan base, man. And they were so happy and so ready for you guys. And I know they can't wait to see you get back on that field.
Yeah.
But I got one more question before I let you go, because I'm sure you got to go chop some wood or go swim or do whatever the heck y'all do.
Yeah, I'm about to tear into my car. I got a starter to put on my car. So.
You might have an arm wrestling competition upstairs.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, when I get upstairs, he's probably going to jump me, but I'll be ready for him.
So final question before I let you go, Nate. We talked about your past, talked about your present. What does the future hold for Nick Holley?
I hope great things. I hope big things and blessings. Right now, it's a waiting game. I'm waiting to see, what opportunities come about. Obviously, if everything, I'm just going to say this. I thank the XFL for every opportunity I've gotten. It was so much fun. I loved the game, loved the atmosphere. And they've, given me a platform to kind of sell myself. So, if something comes about and I get an opportunity to move on to, that next chapter, then, I couldn't be more thankful for the opportunity. But at this time, I'm kind of just waiting to hear something and hoping to hear something. And then, if all else, I won't say if all else fails, because I don't want to seem as if the XFL is the last resort. Not at all.
I understand.
Yeah, but if things don't end up working out or things don't come about, I'm gonna be back in that 3-3 jersey for the Houston Roughnecks next year. So I'm still ready. I'm still hungry, and I'm arms wide open for whatever the opportunity comes.
Well, let me speak for the XFL and saying, man, thank you, Nick, man. We've loved watching you play. We hope nothing but the best for you. Of course, we'd love to see you next year, but man, all I hope is that, nothing but health, success, and well-being for you and your beautiful family, man. Thank you so much for the time you took with us today, man. You told us amazing stories. We got to meet your brother. You got your cousin's FaceTime. Your sister's all here, man. It's been awesome, Nick. Thank you so much, man. I can't wait for us to get past this, social distancing and be able to sit down in person and really have a deep conversation.
Awesome. Perfect.
Hey.
I look forward to it, man. Blessings your way. Stay healthy. Stay safe. That goes to everybody. And we'll talk soon.
And 110%. All XFL fans, thank you everybody that joined and that is watching. Houston Roughnecks, thank you so much. To everybody, please be healthy, be safe. You are in our prayers. Nick, you're in my prayers. I hope I'm in yours as well.
Of course.
And
of course.
Yes, to everybody, God bless. And thank you so much for your time, Nick. I hope you have an amazing week.
For sure. You as well. Thank you.
All right. XFL family, peace out.